Hey, Jack here with a new video on the new Guardian Ascendancy rework. Let's go over it from top to bottom. Unwavering faith. Arrows from your skills grant 5% increased recovery rate of life, mana and energy shield to you and allies. So, this could be potentially amazing. This could be so good, so good. Because it could be really good if it stacks with each aura that you have equipped, which means this could be a new Auramancer, right? So let's say you have 13 auras, which would result in 65% increased recovery rate of life, mana, and energy shield. So that could be extremely good if you're running in a party and somebody has like these crazy energy shield on block like hyper region builds, right? Not only that, they could also have mind over matter, like so it's double the HP pool basically. Next up, Radiant Faith grants armor equal to 10% of your reserved mana to you and nearby allies. Grant maximum energy equal to 10% of your reserved mana to you and nearby allies. Again, clearly, this is clearly Auramancer stuff. Like, that is so good. 25% is pretty good of your reserved mana. And, like, especially Templar, it can stack mana really, really, really high. And 10% doesn't seem much as first, but then you remember that Templar can hit like 16k ES. So that would make like, I don't even know. Let's look it up real quick. That is 1,600. I should probably know that. 1,600 energy shield from 10%, let's say, if you have 16k, for example. That is a good amount. Might be a little too low, this 10%. Maybe it should be 20% to give it, to make the lower end of energy shield more worth it. But nonetheless, I'd say it's still like a good parting, like Auramancer node. Harmony of Purpose. Elemental damage with hits dealt by allies between you and linked targets is lucky. Allies between you and linked targets have 5% to all maximum elemental resistances. Enemies between you and linked targets cannot apply elemental. So this is really good actually. The problem is that it's link skills, right? And unless if you're playing hardcore, you know what link skills do. They murder you. If like both of you, if you die, but like 5% auras and being immune to elemental ailments and elemental damage being lucky, that used to be on a flask, right? But like not anymore now. This has become really rare, and especially elemental damage. It was mostly physical before. This is a really good node. Like, this is a party play node too. So like with these three nodes, they seem to be going for a lot of like party play. Next up, Time of Need. Every 4 seconds, remove curse and ailments from you. Every 4 seconds, we're gonna get 100% of level over 1 second. Wow, that is really good. That is really, really good actually. Like 100% of your life over 1 second. This node is so good. It's a very good defensive node. Not sure how useful the curse and elemental ailment removal is, considering that you always want to be elemental ailment immune. But the curse removal at least is really useful. But you can like normally you still have a flask for curse removal and elemental, but the live region, that is really good, right? Like, if you are a build which is really tanky, which has a lot of life, this might be really good in like boss fights, like when your flask might get low, you know, you can just stall and get your entire life pool back. And 4 seconds seems like a long time, but I think it's fine. Bastion of Hope. If you attack recently, you and Abel have 20% chance to block attack damage. If you've cast a spell recently, you and Alice have a 25% chance to block spell damage. So this is like same thing they did with Fanatism. They want you to hit with melee attacks and use spells. I think getting a free 25% like attack and spell block is really good. I've seen multiple times where people can't quite fit the maximum block, but with this, I'm pretty certain you're like easily going to hit it. And I think with there's many setups that you can do where you can easily proc this, like Cyclone, Castle Channeling, or something like that. I'd say it's a decent node. Next up, Radiant Crusade. Grants level 20 summon Sentinel of Radiant skill. 10% of damage from hits is taken from the Sentinel of Radiant's life before you. I guess it distributes evenly among all of your Sentinels. So, no clue how good this is, since I don't know what the Sentinels of Radiance does. But this is like a leaning towards the Absolution summoning build, which was completely fucking broken and just can pretty much just delete all content. Next up, Unwavering Crusade. 25% chance to trigger level 20 summon elemental relic when you or an ally kill an enemy. So this is only good for clearing, since you need to kill something. This is not good for bossing unless you somehow manage to continuously keep up worms from the rising jar. Otherwise, I have no idea how you would keep this up. I don't know what this does, so I can't really tell how good this is. They changed this Ascendancy up a lot. I have the other one right here. This one was also focused a lot on allies and party, but it was a lot different. Like you get physical damage reduction, you get life regen. Like this node is actually kind of the same, right? It's a little bit different. Harmony of Purpose was completely different. I think this is one of the best nodes on the Guardian. This was one of the nodes which would make Summoner Garden, like Absolution Sentries and other like minions, really good on Guardian actually, because you could just give them charges. You could give them all charges, power, fancy, or endurance. There's many unique items which have like very specific triggers to give minions charges. And remember, they also nerfed the chieftains, which would grant your minions the specters, which would grant your minions charges with basically a war cry, right? Time of Need. I think this is reduced instead of less, so it's maybe not that good. I don't think many people took this node a lot. It's just not that good. This node, on the other hand, if I remember correctly, is very good. 50% chance to block is very good. And since when you're taking this, you're probably gonna be blocking a lot. So this is always gonna trigger, and also you cannot be stunned. Pretty good. Radiant Crusade. Onslaught all the time. 10% more damage. That is a really big one. 10% more damage, like flat 10% more. Really fucking good. And then Unwavering Crusade. Sorry. Intimidated Unnerf. Both like give like a 10 or 20% increased damage. One is for spells, one is for physical. Extra movement, extra cast, extra attack, extra area of effect. Pretty good now. Like, they changed it up a lot, but I don't think these changes are bad. They're just different. But I do think like this skill tree like this Ascendancy, just like the chieftain, the new chieftain Ascendancy. It's missing damage, but it's also kind of laid out for party play, so it does have damage in it, but just like not like directly. There's a lot of survivability in here, right? I'd love to see some more flat like damage, like right here, like 10% more, like this, or something that would give you more damage. Like, the elemental damage would hit still bad with Team Link Targus is nice, but right, but it's like I would rather take this over taking this. Oh, that's the new Ascendancy, the new Guardian. Maybe they'll change up it before it launches. There's still some time. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe. See you around.